Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am going to record the third lecture for the calculation of sales and purchases. I have already explained sales are recorded in international standards as revenue. So I am going to explain here to calculation of revenue and purchases in another method. In my first lecture, I used markup and margin for the calculation of revenue and purchases. In my second lecture, I used cost of sales statement for the calculation of revenue and purchases. And in this lecture, I am going to use sales ledger and purchases ledger for the calculation of revenue and purchases. Now move to the lecture, and then I will explain how SLC, sales ledger control account, or in short sales ledger, and purchases ledger control account, or in short purchases ledger, used to calculate revenue and purchases, or you can say sales and purchases. Here I am first writing the formula for the calculation of total sales, and then I will write the formula for the calculation of total purchases. Total sales or total revenue is equal to cash sales plus credit sales, and total purchases cash purchases plus credit purchases. Cash sales mean the goods sold by the business, and uh, cash was taken immediately at the time of sale. Credit sales means those goods which were sold by the business on credit to credit customers, and these credit sales will be calculated through the sales ledger or sales ledger control account. Because if you remember the format of sales ledger control account, or if you remember the concept of sales ledger control account, we used credit sales only in the preparation of sales ledger control account, because sales ledger control account is the account for credit customer. We record the details of credit customer in sales ledger control account, so we will use sales ledger control account, or in short sales ledger, for the calculation of credit sales, because all credit sales related transactions were recorded or are recorded in the sales ledger control account. यानी जितनी भी क्रेडिट सेल्स और उधार की सेल्स की ट्रांजैक्शंस हैं वो सारी की सारी हम सेल्स लेजर या सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट में रिकॉर्ड करते हैं। तो हम सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट को यूज करेंगे ताकि वहां से हम क्रेडिट सेल्स कैलकुलेट कर सकें। हमें वो इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन होगी जिसमें सेल्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट की तो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होगी, बट उसमें क्रेडिट सेल्स मिसिंग होंगी। तो वी विल यूज these information for the preparation of sales ledger and find out unknown figure or balancing figure as a credit sales. In second case, total purchases is equal to cash purchases plus credit purchases, and we will use purchase ledger control account or purchases ledger for the calculation of credit purchases. Why? Because all credit transactions related to the purchases are recorded in the purchases ledger control account. So we will use to calculate the credit purchases. To calculate the credit purchases, we will use purchases ledger control account. क्योंकि सारी क्रेडिट ट्रांजैक्शंस जो हैं परचेजेस से रिलेटेड वो हमने परचेजेस लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट में या परचेजेस लेजर में रिकॉर्ड करते हैं इन नॉर्मल वे। सो हमें क्रेडिट परचेजेस अगर मिसिंग है तो वो हमें फिर परचेजेस लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट की अगर बाकी इंफॉर्मेशन हमें प्रोवाइड कर दी जाती है तो हम परचेजेस लेजर या परचेजेस लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट से क्रेडिट परचेजेस निकाल सकते हैं। ठीक है। इन सच काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस the information will be available related to sales ledger and purchases ledger. The all information will be available in the question related to sales ledger and purchases ledger. The only missing figure will be credit sales and credit purchases. So we will use the sales ledger information to prepare the sales ledger and try to find out the unknown figure of credit sales, and then use the information related to purchases ledger to prepare the purchases ledger and try to find out the unknown figure as credit purchases. After calculation of credit purchases and credit sales, we will add these figures to relevant cash purchases and cash sale figures to calculate the total purchases and total sales. Cash sales and cash purchases will be given in the question, uh, and we will take that figure and directly add to our calculated figure of credit purchases or credit sales to find out total sales and total purchases. Now I am going to recall or remind you the format of sales ledger, control account or simple sales ledger. Sales ledger, sales ledger. Sales ledger is a credit customer's account. So credit customer account or this is the trade receivables account. Trade receivables are by nature debit because trade receivables are our asset or business assets, or assets should be debit. Assets are by nature debit and their opening balance should be recorded on the debit side. There will be available the opening balance of the sales ledger and we will record it on the debit side because sales ledger are our current assets or business current assets, and they have debit nature. So that's why I'm recording the opening balance of sales ledger on debit side. Then I will record the other transactions related to the sales ledger like cash or bank received from the credit customers. This will also available in the question, and due to this our receivables or trade receivables or sales ledger are going down. That's why I am going to record on credit side of the receivable account or sales ledger account. If you have any doubt about these transactions, you should watch my SLC and PLC lecture. It will make you clear the concept of sales ledger and purchases ledger. Here I am just giving overview of these accounts. Receivables are by nature debit. If there is an increase due to any transaction in receivables, we will debit. If there is any decrease in receivables account or sales ledger account due to any transaction, we will credit. So we received the amount from our trade receivables and our receivables decreased. That's why I am recording this transaction on credit side of the receivables account. This is the credit side and this is the debit side. Now, due to return inward, if the receivables return their purchases, means if we receive our sale return goods which was sold by the business, then these were the return inwards, and return inwards will also decrease the receivables and should be recorded on credit side. हमने चीज़ें सेल की और वो चीज़ें हमें वापस मिल गई हैं, तो उससे हमारे रिसीवेबल्स कम हो जाएंगे, हम उन्हें क्रेडिट साइड पे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. बैड डेट्स, those receivables which are confirmed not to be paid, so these receivables become those receivables become bad debt. So we are going to decrease the receivable account due to this expense. ये हमारा लॉस है, लॉस होने की वजह से हमारे रिसीवेबल्स कम हो गए हैं, तो हम उससे रिसीवेबल्स को डिक्रीज कर देंगे क्योंकि अब ये लोग हमें पे नहीं करेंगे. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट अबाउट द बैड डेट्स, then you should watch my lecture related to bad debts and allowance for doubtful debt or provision for doubtful debt. तो ड्यू टू बैड डेट्स रिसीवेबल विल गो डाउन, सो हम इसको क्रेडिट साइड पे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. Discount allowed, any discount given to the trade receivables, our credit customers, This discount will also decrease the our receivable amount, so this should be recorded on the credit side. क्योंकि हमने डिस्काउंट दे दिया, अब हमने उनसे कम पैसे रिसीव करने हैं, ड्यू टू डिस्काउंट, तो रिसीवेबल्स कम हो जाएंगे क्रेडिट साइड पे. एंड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस ऑफ द ट्रेड रिसीवेबल अकाउंट और एसएलसी और सेल्स लेजर अकाउंट शुड बी रिटन ऑन क्रेडिट साइड, बिकॉज दीज आर द एसेट्स एंड एसेट्स आर बाय नेचर डेबिट. और जितने भी डेबिट नेचर अकाउंट्स होते हैं उनके क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस जो होते हैं उनकी नेचर के अपोजिट साइड पे रिकॉर्ड होते हैं और बाद में वो फिर ब्रॉड फॉरवर्ड होते हैं अपनी नॉर्मल नेचर पे. तो ये क्रेडिट साइड पे हमने क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस हमेशा किसी भी अकाउंट का क्लोजिंग बैलेंस जो उसकी नॉर्मल नेचर होती है उसके अपोजिट रिकॉर्ड हो रहा होता है. तो नॉर्मल नेचर एसेट्स की डेबिट होती है तो उसकी अपोजिट साइड होगी क्रेडिट, क्रेडिट पे रिकॉर्ड होगा. या स्टेटेड हो अगर हमारे पास क्लोजिंग बैलेंस, तो जो स्टेटेड होगा हम अगर क्लोजिंग डेट है तो उसे उसकी अपोजिट डेट पे रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. आई वॉज डिस्कस्ड इन माई अक्रूवल्स एंड प्रीपेमेंट lecture and other lectures related to ledger accounts. So this will be recorded on the credit side of the sales ledger, and then find out the difference on both sides, debit and credit side, and difference will come on debit side and the difference will be recorded as a credit sales. क्यों? अगर आप गौर करें, if you focus on this account, then there is a figure which is missing, and that figure should be included in the preparation of sales ledger control account or trade receivable accounts or sales ledger account. The figure is credit sales, but here credit sales are missing, so we will uh, balance uh, balance out this account in a simple manner, in a simple way, and the difference will be recorded as credit sales. नॉर्मली तो हम डिफरेंस को बैलेंस सीएफ लिखते हैं, बट इन दिस केस इन नॉर्मल वे वी रिकॉर्ड द डिफरेंस एज अ बैलेंस कैरी फॉरवर्ड, बट हियर बैलेंस कैरी फॉरवर्ड इज गिवन एंड सेल्स फिगर इज क्रेडिट सेल्स फिगर इज मिसिंग, so we will record the difference as a credit sales. Remember one thing, three items should always available in the sales ledger account in a normal manner: opening balance, closing balance, and credit sales. If opening balance and closing balances are given, then the difference will be recorded as a credit sales. Balki you can say four items will be available in the question in normal way for the calculation of credit sales. First, opening balance, cash received from credit customers, and closing balance. We will put the figures on the relevant side and find out the difference, and the difference will be recorded as a credit sales. क्योंकि जो क्रेडिट सेल्स है उसे भी इंक्लूड होना चाहिए. टोटल जो चार आइटम ये तो कंपलसरी पार्ट है सेल्स लेजर का: ओपनिंग फिगर, क्रेडिट सेल्स, कैश रिसीव फ्रॉम द क्रेडिट कस्टमर्स एंड क्लोजिंग फिगर. तो अगर इन चार फिगर में से कोई एक फिगर मिसिंग है तो बाकी तीन अवेलेबल है आपके पास, तो आप उन्हें यहां पे पुट करके तो उस फिगर को कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. We will make the total of heavier side and this side will be heavier. We will calculate the total of this side and then subtract the debit side from this total. The difference will be written on smaller side as a balancing figure and the balancing figure will be the credit sales. क्योंकि credit sales तो हमें दी नहीं हुई थी, तो हमने फिर वो ये अकाउंट बनाया और इसमें जो डिफरेंस हमें मिला तो वो हमने सपोज कर लिया कि दीज आर द क्रेडिट सेल्स, बिकॉज वो तो होनी चाहिए थी ना एसएलसी में, सेल्स लेजर में क्रेडिट सेल्स होनी चाहिए थी, वो नहीं है, तो मिसिंग फिगर को हमने कहा दिस फिगर विल बी क्रेडिट सेल्स. And this is the balancing figure and these are the credit sales. Similarly, we will prepare the purchases ledger control account or purchases ledger or trade payables account. Same name for a single account: purchases account, purchases ledger account, purchases ledger control account, or trade payables account. Because purchases ledger control account or trade payables account is the account for credit suppliers कि जिनसे हम उधार पे बाय करते हैं. For credit purchases, we will prepare the purchases ledger control account, and purchases ledger control account or purchases ledger or trade payables account. Uh, these are our credit suppliers and these are our liabilities. So liabilities are by nature credits. So their opening balance will be recorded on credit side. तो liabilities है, liabilities credit nature पे होती हैं, तो opening balance on credit side. Payments made to trade payables will be recorded on debit side because due to payment our liability goes down. That's why I'm going to record it payments on debit side of the purchases ledger क्योंकि liability हमारी कम हो गई. Any return outward, any goods returned by us will also decrease our liability, so should be recorded on debit side. Discount received, if we receive discount from our credit suppliers, so this will also decrease our liability and will be recorded on debit side. And then closing balance will be recorded on debit side because opening balance on credit side, so liabilities closing balance in closing normal balance will be recorded on debit side of liabilities or credit nature accounts. Then we will take the total of debit side and then subtract from the credit side, and the difference will be recorded on smaller side, and this difference will be credit purchases. You can compare these accounts from the control accounts in my control account lectures. Here credit purchases are written, and on the debit side of the sales ledger control account credit sales are written. But in the question of incomplete record, credit sales and credit purchases are missing. So we prepare these accounts, purchases ledger and sales ledger, in a normal way, and then find out the difference on uh, debit side in sales ledger, and which will be recorded as a credit sales, and difference on credit side of the purchases ledger, uh, and purchases ledger credit side will be smaller. So write the difference on the credit side and will be recorded as credit purchases. These are the credit purchases. So this is the normal format of sales ledger control account or sales ledger, purchases ledger control account or purchases ledger. I am using the short word for purchases ledger and sales ledger because here examiner or in question there is no specific requirement of preparation of these kind of accounts. These are our way to solve the question. In question they only ask about total sales and total purchases, total sales or total revenue and total purchases, and then we will decide how we will calculate total sales and total purchases. एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन में आपको सिर्फ वो पूछेगा कि टोटल सेल्स निकाल दें यानी टोटल रेवेन्यू कैलकुलेट कर दें और टोटल परचेजेस. तो ये तो आपने डिसाइड करना है ना, आपने एसएलसी सेल्स लेजर से निकालनी है, परचेजेस लेजर से कैलकुलेट करनी है, आपने मार्कअप मार्जिन यूज करना है, आपने कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल स्टेटमेंट यूज करनी है. बिकॉज अगर आपने अब तीनों लेक्चर्स को कंपेयर करेंगे तो डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हैं जो अगर आपके पास होंगी तो आप उनको डिसाइड करेंगे. तो जो इंफॉर्मेशन होगी आप वो वाला मेथड खुद से चूज कर लेंगे. और हियर देयर इज नो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ प्रिपरेशन ऑफ कंट्रोल अकाउंट्स, so I am just writing the simple word purchases ledger and sales ledger. I'm not writing the complete name purchases ledger control account and sales ledger control account. और यहां वो मैटर भी नहीं करता कि आप पूरा नेम यूज करें. Now I am going to take an example of a question. Mary is a trader. She does not operate a full double entry system, but she does keep books of prime entry from which control accounts are prepared. The following information related to the year ended 30th April 2005. The trade receivables control account balances at 1st May 2004 yani opening balances of trade receivable was 24,000 and the closing balances 30th April 2005 is the closing date 48,000. Receipts from trade receivables 120,000, receipts from cash sales 18,000, bad debts 4,000, discount allowed 6,000. Calculate the total sales for the year ended 30th April 2005. Show all workings. So here the last date of the year was 30th, यानी financial year end date जो है वो 30th April 2005 and I'm going to prepare the sales ledger. Okay, the other name of sales ledger I have told you, trade receivables, and here I am using the word trade receivable. ये आप लोगों के लिए मैं यूज कर रहा हूं कि आप लोग ये ना समझे कि जी हमने इसे सेल्स लेजर ही लिखना है, तो मैं डिफरेंट नेम यूज कर रहा हूं जो रिप्लेस हो सकते हैं. मींस इन फॉर्मेट आई यूज sales ledger word or sales ledger control account, and here I am using trade receivables because the account is the same, just उनके name change. I am just changing the name, different calling name for these this account. Sales ledger, sales ledger control account, or trade receivables account. Account will be the same, just the name are different. Actually, these three different names used for credit customers account: sales ledger control account, and trade receivables. These are three different names for credit customers account. And now I am going to prepare the sales ledger or trade receivable accounts. By nature debit, opening balance will be recorded on debit side, balance brought forward 24,000 on debit side, and then I'm going to record other transactions. Received amount from trade receivable will be recorded as a cash or bank transaction on credit side because due to this receipt our receivables will go down, so it should be recorded on credit side. और जिस ट्रांजैक्शन से हमारे रिसीवेबल्स का बैलेंस गो डाउन यानी डिक्रीज होगा वो हम उसे क्रेडिट साइड पे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. एंड कैश सेल्स विल नॉट बी रिकॉर्डेड इन द रिसीवेबल अकाउंट, सो बैड डेट्स रिटर्न ऑफ. ड्यू टू बैड डेट्स आवर रिसीवेबल्स आल्सो अगेन गो डाउन, सो शुड बी रिकॉर्डेड ऑन क्रेडिट साइड. क्योंकि बैड हो गया, वो हमें पैसे नहीं मिल रहे, एक्सपेंस हो गया हमारा, हम उन्हें यहां से रिमूव कर रहे हैं. फॉर रिमूवल तो डिक्रीज हो गया हमारे रिसीवेबल्स, हम उन्हें क्रेडिट कर देंगे. ड्यू टू डिस्काउंट अलाउड, I have given the discount to our credit customers, so our receivable amount will go down, so it should be recorded on credit side, and the closing balances of the trade receivables will be recorded, also recorded on credit side, 48,000. So I'm going to make the total of credit side because in this case credit side will be heavier because on debit side one figure is missing, which is known as credit sales. So I'm going to take the total of credit side. Credit side heavier है, उसका total करेंगे. The total of credit side is 178,000 and I am placing this total on both sides, 178,000 on both sides, and now going to take the difference between हैवियर साइड मतलब क्रेडिट साइड और डेबिट साइड में डिफरेंस कैलकुलेट करते हैं, तो द डिफरेंस विल बी रिकॉर्डेड एज अ क्रेडिट सेल्स. 154,000 इज द डिफरेंस एंड डिफरेंस विल बी रिकॉर्डेड एज अ क्रेडिट सेल्स. सो क्रेडिट सेल्स हमने कैलकुलेट कर ली जो 154,000 है बाय यूजिंग द ट्रेड रिसीवेबल अकाउंट, एंड नाउ मेकिंग द टोटल गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द टोटल सेल्स. But remember one thing, whenever you record the balance EF in any account, then you will close the account after recording the balance brought forward. As I have written balance brought forward 48,000, balance EF was 48,000 and then brought forward on opposite side 48,000. Now going to calculate the total sales or total revenue is equal to credit sales plus cash sales, and I have calculated credit sales in above trade receivable account, which is 154,000, and then adding the cash sales which is given in the question was 18,000. So adding both figures, the total sales will become 170, I think 172,000. 172,000 is the total of sales, and I hope you understand this concept here for the calculation of credit sales. It is quite easy. Prepare the trade receivable account to calculate the credit sales. Put opening and closing balances, cash received from the credit customers, bad debts and discount allowed. Any transactions related to the sales ledger, control account or trade receivable account will be recorded in the trade receivable account or sales ledger, and then find out the difference, and difference will be credit sales. Now move to the second example. I am taking it for the uh, calculation of purchases. Ariba is a sole trader. She does not operate a full double entry system. The following information related to the year ended 30th June 2020. Trade payables balance on 1st July 2020, 1st July 2019, 1st July 2019, $20,000, and this was also trade payables figure. Uh, Trade payables control account balance at 30th June 2020, $28,000. Payment to trade payables 72,000, and payment for cash purchases $10,000. So opening balances of trade payable is given, opening balances are given, closing balances of trade payables are given, and then payments to trade payables 72,000 are also given, and payments for cash purchases are also given. Now, requirement is calculate the total purchases for the year ended 30th June 2020. Show the all workings. First, we are going to calculate the credit purchases through the purchases ledger control account or purchases ledger, and purchases ledger also consider as a trade payables account. So here I am using same trade payables word to prepare the account, and trade payables are by nature credit. So opening balance will be recorded on credit side, balance brought forward on credit side 20,000, and then payments made to trade payables will reduce our payables. Our liabilities should be recorded on debit side because decrease in liability will be recorded on debit side. Bank cash payment 72,000 will be recorded on debit side, and there is no other transactions, just only closing balances are given. Cash purchases will not record in the payables account because payables are the credit suppliers account, और जो कैश ट्रांजैक्शंस होती हैं वो क्रेडिट सप्लायर्स से रिलेट नहीं कर रही होती, वो कैश सप्लायर्स होते हैं हमारे. तो क्रेडिट ओनली विल रिकॉर्ड ओनली क्रेडिट ट्रांजैक्शंस और ट्रेड पेएबल्स रिलेटेड ट्रांजैक्शंस हियर. सो नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू पुट द क्लोजिंग बैलेंस ऑन डेबिट साइड. बैलेंस सीएफ 28,000 लाइबिलिटी है, तो लाइबिलिटी का नॉर्मल वे में क्लोजिंग बैलेंस डेबिट साइड पे आएगा. So I am going to record this balance on debit side 28,000, and then making the total of the heavier side, which is debit side, and the total is 100,000, and placing this total on both sides. And now going to calculate the difference, and difference will be recorded on smaller side, and which will be recorded as a credit purchases because it is missing in given information. So this is the calculation of credit purchases, and it is quite easy. Same like trade receivables or sales ledger, we will prepare the trade payables account and then find out the missing figure which will be recorded as a credit purchases. और यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम जो ट्रेड पेएबल्स में डेबिट साइड पे और फिगर्स आ सकती हैं वो आई हैव डिस्कस्ड इन माय फॉर्मेट portion of this lecture, like discount received, return outward. These are the normal figure which will be available related to trade payables, and we will put on the relevant side. For the complete format of trade payables or purchases ledger control account, you should watch my control accounts lecture, in which I have explained the complete format of these two accounts. Here we are using a simple format according to available information for calculation of purchases and sales, means credit purchases and credit sales. Or if in a question they are asking the usage of trade payables or purchases ledger control account and sales ledger control account, तो इनका जो यूज है वो ये है, द यूजेज ऑफ these accounts will help to calculate credit purchases and credit sales, not total purchases or total sales. यानी ये सिर्फ आपको क्रेडिट परचेजेस और क्रेडिट सेल्स कैलकुलेट करने में हेल्प करते हैं, टोटल सेल्स और टोटल परचेजेस कैलकुलेट करने में हेल्प नहीं करते, क्योंकि टोटल जो होती हैं उनमें कैश सेल्स और कैश परचेजेस भी ऐड होती हैं, तो वो यहाँ पे नहीं रिकॉर्ड होती इसमें ट्रेड पेएबल्स और ट्रेड रिसीवेबल अकाउंट में. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द total purchases. First, writing the balance CF as a balance brought forward, 28,000 on debit side CF, and then brought forward on credit side 28,000. And now going to calculate the total purchases. Credit purchases plus cash purchases. Credit purchases I have calculated as 80,000 and cash purchases is given in the question 10,000. So making the total 90,000 is the total of purchases. I hope you understand my current lecture. This is the maximum calculation related to sales and purchases in incomplete record, and I have discussed in 3 different lectures 3 different ways of calculation of purchases and revenue, purchases or sales. I hope you understand my all 3 ways for the calculation of revenue and purchases. For further practice, you can go to my website and you can get different questions related to these calculations. And for your further practice, my website is www.atpworld.net, and please subscribe our channel for further lectures related to accounts. And I am trying to make accounting an easy subject for students. Okay, till the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.